Grief is a natural reaction to loss. And today, we're at the Langley Hospice Society to learn about the programs that help you through the grieving process.
The youth programs at the Langley Hospice Society are for teens 13 to 18. Any teen who has had a loss of a significant person in their life. So it could be a parent, a sibling, a friend, a coach, a grandparent. We believe that these programs are important because grief and loss isn't something that is talked a lot about in our society. It's something that a lot of teens unfortunately do experience, and it's really hard to go through, especially if you don't have any support.
So what exactly is grief?
Grief is a normal and natural response to loss. Grief affects our thinking, our learning, our feelings, even our physical body. And grief is internal, so if somebody's grieving, you wouldn't know unless they had shared that with you.
We know from many folks that have used the grief support programs and services that it's helped ease some of the confusion and frustration and that happens after the loss of someone. And I think more than anything for lots of folks, it makes them realize that the feelings and emotions they're experiencing are normal.
The hospice is a safe place for teens to express their emotions.
We have one-to-one support where children, teens, adults, and families can meet with our bereavement support coordinators one-on-one, or we also have loss support groups. So those are groups usually not more than about 10 or 12 people, and they're usually age-specific.
I think a lot of teens don't really have anybody to talk to when it comes to grief and loss, just because grief isn't something that's openly discussed in our culture. A lot of teens don't really feel comfortable talking about their feelings surrounding loss with their friends or even their family. Some teens have a really hard time focusing on school, so for them that might be a stress that's happening. Sometimes teens are struggling with their friendships and other relationships that they have. And so having an adult to talk to about all of that sometimes helps them to just work things out.
As a teen, there are cool and unique places to relax and talk with your support worker. The Narnia Room is a quiet space for journaling or alone time. It is also a comfortable space, and it's good for letting off some steam.
For a lot of teens, coming to Langley Hospice or meeting with a youth worker is important to them because they might not be able to talk at home about how they're feeling. A lot of kids and teens are worried about upsetting somebody or making somebody cry, and so just coming here and talking to somebody who's not emotionally involved in their family is really helpful for them.
The only cure for grief is to grieve. And grief looks very different for every individual. Children and teens grieve very differently than adults, but I think it's the feelings and the emotions and the experiences that you go through after you've experienced a loss.
Besides grief support, Langley Hospice Society offers various activities for teens.
We've had a camp at Timberline Ranch, we've had a camp at Camp Kakwa, and we were really looking forward to our upcoming camp at Camp Sassamat. We've been really lucky to do a lot of fun stuff as well. Things like archery, riflery, horseback riding. A lot of it is just peer support, having somebody to talk to who's your own age, going through similar issues. Within those camps as well, we also have times where kids can just remember their person. We have a memorial ceremony where kids can remember the person that they've lost.
The Society is a great place to volunteer.
We don't exist without volunteers. I think the volunteers last year gave us over 35,000 hours. So that's about 240 plus volunteers volunteering in different ways throughout the Hospice Society, including the thrift store, in the Langley Hospice residence, in our adult bereavement programs, and in our child and teen bereavement programs as well. It could be camp or day camp, Christmas programs. There's in a number of different ways.
We want to thank the Langley Hospice Society for being such a valuable resource. For more information, check out their website. This is Alyssa, signing out for Gen Y.